All right, what is snowing on, guys? Minnesota here, and today I'm going to be giving you my Game Awards predictions. I've done Game Award predictions in the past, but this is the first time I'm actually doing a video on it, talking about the games, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I think will win, what I want to win. Yeah, let's just get right into it. There's going to be 30 awards given out, so I'm going to do 30 votes, and right here we're at the first category, Game of the Year, just getting it out of the way. I have played all of these games on here besides Psychonauts 2. I've heard great things about Psychonauts, but I can't give an opinion on it because I've never played it. So we're just going to go left to right here, get my opinions. Really, all of these deserve a nomination for Game of the Year. All of them are fantastic. Deathloop really caught me by surprise when I heard that IGN gave it a 10. They don't give 10s out that often. They actually gave out 2 this year. One to Deathloop in terms of video games, one to Deathloop, and one to Forza Horizon 5, which I think has some nominations later down the list, but not for Game of the Year. Deathloop, very fun, very engaging game. Great story, great mechanics coming out of Arcane. Super, super big fan of the Dishonored series. Yeah, really, really like Deathloop. Definitely deserves a Game of the Year nomination. It Takes Two, again, a very innovative game in an era where co-op really has kind of taken a back seat in terms of precedent for studios. It Takes Two was like really, really good. Awesome mechanics. I had a ton of fun playing with one of my friends. Granted, we didn't beat the game, but we just got kind of busy with our schedules and stuff. We do want to go back and beat it though. I think we're like 3/4 of the way through, 2/3 of the way through. Yeah, the sections where you got to pick kind of what ability you could use and working together, solving puzzles, super, super fun. Awesome, awesome game. Metroid Dread. This one kind of came out of left field for me. I was not expecting to like this game as much as I did. Metroid Dread was like phenomenal. There's really no other words I can say besides it was awesome. I had a ton of fun playing. Metroid Dread was, I think, the one game this year that I never really got tired or bored of. It was the one game I anticipated like coming home from work or getting off of school and just going to play Metroid because I had so much fun with it. Yeah. Mercury Steam Nintendo, like fantastic job on Metroid Dread. I am super, super excited for the future of Metroid because I heard the sales. I mean, Metroid isn't one of Nintendo's big barn burner games, but it really, really impressed me with the mechanics and everything about it was just super, super well done. And I'm very excited for Metroid Prime 4 and the future of Metroid. Psychonauts 2, again, haven't played Psychonauts 1, haven't played Psychonauts 2, not familiar with the series really at all. I've heard good things about it, but can't give my opinion. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, a PS exclusive, I believe, from Insomniac, and they're the ones that made Spider-Man as well. This one, again, very, very fun game, great mechanics, super, super well done, versatile in terms of all the imagery, the portals that you could use and the different dimensions and stuff. Everything was very fluid. Definitely took the hardware used within the PS5 to its advantage. Very, very fun game. And Resident Evil Village. This one came out in May. I remember, I don't know why I remember it coming out in May. I'm pretty sure it came out in May. That'd be embarrassing if I say it came out in May and then it actually didn't. But I'm pretty sure it came out in May. I don't know why. I think the reason why is because I streamed it, and I was streaming in May, and I streamed this game, so yeah. Great entry to Resident Evil series. I want to say it's a tiny bit of a step down from 7, maybe not even a step down. I just preferred 7 a little bit more, but they kind of faked you out with the trailer they had going there. You thought it was going to be like a castle type game where you're going to be in the castle, and spoiler alert, you're not in the castle for the entire game. There's an entire village that you're traversing around. I know, who would have guessed? But yeah, Resident Evil Village, very, very fun game. This is actually a really hard vote to give. because I have loved every single one of these games that I've played. But in my honest opinion, I am going to have to give it to Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread was again just something that I didn't expect I would love as much as I did. Granted, I love playing all these games, but I really really hope that this game wins Game of the Year, because I really want to see Nintendo focus and put a lot more assets into the Metroid genre. Because right now, I mean, yeah, they have Pokemon, they have Zelda, they have Mario and Splatoon. There's one other big title I'm thinking. I mean, Kirby as well. Kirby's kind of in the same spot as Metroid, but yeah, Metroid Dread, super super fun. You really can't go wrong with nominating or picking any other one of these games. Like, any single one's a valid opinion. I'm just gonna have to go with Metroid Dread. It's the one that I enjoyed the most. Which one I think will win? Again, it's going to be tough. I don't think Metroid Dread is going to win just because it's so niche. Not as many people played Metroid or are familiar with Metroid as basically any one of these. Deathloop, honestly, Deathloop and Psychonauts 2 might have the smallest player base, including Metroid Dread. I think It Takes Two is probably going to win it. I think it's going to be It Takes Two or Ratchet and Clank, but I hope Metroid Dread wins it. But honestly, any game in this catalog deserves it. Next up, Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Deathloop definitely had its creative vision with the time looping and the different times of day to try and assassinate all the assassins. Definitely could see it getting best game direction. It Takes Two, again, very, very innovative for the co-op genre. Really, really liked it. Yeah, super, super, super fun. Returnal, different entry, first new entry on the list. I did play Returnal when it came out, I want to say back in March, April, around that time. I think it came out around my birthday. My birthday's in April. I think I got this around that time. And I streamed a little bit, too, of it. So maybe it was May. I don't know. But roguelike game. Really, really enjoyed the atmosphere. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. There's, I want to say, 6 or 7 different worlds in there. Excuse me. Boss battles in this game were some of the best that I've ever played in video games. Super, super fun game. If you like roguelikes and you have a PS5, Returnal is right up your alley. I can't recommend it enough. Psychonauts 2, again, I can't really give my opinion on it. I just have not played it. And Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Again, I said it before. Very innovative with the portals, the dimensions, the rifts, everything about it was super cool. This, again, is a really, really hard award to give for best game direction. For outstanding creative vision and innovation in game design, direction and design. Jeez, to be honest, I think I have to give it to It Takes Two. It really just was a breath of fresh air for the co-op genre, and I really think that this one deserves it. I think it's gonna win it. I could see it being given to Ratchet and Clank, maybe Deathloop. I think It Takes Two is gonna win this one though, and I hope it does, because it was a blast to play. All right, best narrative for outstanding storytelling, narrative development in the game. Okay, Deathloop had a pretty good narrative, I would say. The time loop paradox kind of thing. We've seen it been done before. It did innovate on it a little bit. So I could see it being given to Deathloop. It Takes Two. The story, it's I mean, yeah, it's a cutesy Disney story. Two parents are gonna get a divorce, come together, find out they have a lot more in common, and help each other with their problems. Yada yada yada. We've seen it done before. Nothing super great about the narrative. It's more the gameplay. It's not like the narrative wasn't there, but it wasn't the forefront of the game, at least for me. Life is Strange, True Colors. The only I haven't even played a Life is Strange game, but I have watched playthroughs of it. I think like the first one and maybe something else. I can't remember, but True Colors not been on my radar. Don't know anything about it. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I heard it was better than the Avengers. I have no idea what the story is. Haven't played it. Haven't watched a let's play of it. And again, Psychonauts. Again, Psychonauts must be a really good game. For all the nominations it's getting, I have to limit it to these two just because I don't know anything about the other ones. And of these two, I'm gonna have to give it to Deathloop. I honestly couldn't tell you what would win. I want to say people are gonna give it to It Takes Two though, just because of like the feel good story of it. It's probably gonna snub something else, but yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Deathloop for this one. Best art direction. I honestly, I really think there are only two viable nominations for this, and really, there's only one. Kenna Bridge of Spirits and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I would be extremely surprised if Kenna Bridge of Spirits does not win this one. Absolutely beautiful looking game, like incredible. Psychonauts 2 again. I think that's 4 for 4. Psychonauts is on. Artful Escape. This is the first time I'm actually ever hearing about this game. I apologize, Beethoven and Dinosaur Annapurna. I'm sure it's a beautiful, great looking game. Just was not on my radar. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Deathloop, I mean, it's got that arcane feel and style. If you know Dishonored, it's the exact same art style. Well, not the exact same. It's very, very similar to the Dishonored art style. Kenna Bridge of Spirits by Ember Lab. I watched a Let's Play of it, and it just looked phenomenal throughout. I didn't get a chance to play it myself, but it definitely was a great looking game. Psychonauts 2, again, from the trailers that I saw, it looked really pretty, so I'll have to give it that. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, the innovation on its art design definitely shows with the PS5's hardware. You can definitely tell the capabilities of it were being used to its full potential, but really it's gotta go to Kenna for me, and I think it's gonna win it. I'd be very surprised if it's given to anything else. Best score and music. Artful Escape again. He's got a guitar in his hands, so I would understand that. For music, innovation, inclusive score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Cyberpunk. I have my opinions and gripes with Cyberpunk, and although the soundtrack wasn't bad per se, and the sound design, well, this is for outstanding music, score, original song, and licensed soundtrack. So this isn't about sound design; it's about the music in the game. It didn't really stand out to me as anything. Yeah, I recognize some of the artists in there. I was excited to see Grimes and Run the Jewels. Just a few of the probably 100 different artists that were a part of the soundtrack. But yeah, it's good, but it's not amazing. Deathloop, the sound again wasn't a big standoff thing to me or outstanding thing to me. Guardians of the Galaxy and Nier Replicant, haven't played either of these, so I can't give my opinion on it. Between the two of these, between Cyberpunk and Deathloop, I'd have to give it to Cyberpunk just because I enjoyed it more. But it could really go to any one of these just because I've only played 2 of the 5 games. So yeah. All right, best audio design. See, okay, audio design. This one could get a little bit more interesting. I've actually played all 5 of these games on here, so I can somewhat accurately say now it's been a while since I played all of these games in here. I think the most recent one I've played, is actually Forza, but I haven't even played that much of Forza. I mean, the sound design's nice. It looks nice. It's a very good looking game too. I'm playing on PC. I don't know if anything really stands out between for sound design. Really, it could go to any one of these. Resident Evil Village, Returnal. Ratchet and Clank, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they had some pretty good sound design in the game. I think I'm gonna give it to Ratchet and Clank for this one. But it can go to any one of these, and I probably would say, yeah, that makes sense. Best performance. Erica Mori as Alex Chen in Life is Strange. See, never played or haven't heard anything about the new Life is Strange, so I can't give my opinion on it. Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo. hopefully I pronounced that correctly. For Gus Fring, Breaking Bad, one of the best performances in television ever. But gotta separate him from that. Might be a little bit biased here. I think he had a great performance in Far Cry 6. The little that I've seen, I don't own Far Cry 6. I have not played it. I've watched a lot of streamers play it though. Watched some let's plays of it. He puts on absolutely brilliant performance on. I think hands down, he's the best part of the game for sure. I know people have their gripes with Far Cry 6, what it does good, what it does bad or poorly, but yeah, Giancarlo definitely has a great performance in it. Jason Kelly as Colt, and then oh my God, Azioma. Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm not pronouncing it. But as Colt and Juliana, both of these voice actors did a phenomenal job for their respective characters they played. Colt and Juliana, both great. Yeah. Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu? Dude, I'm sorry. My French is not as good as my Spanish. Dude, I really think there's no other option but to give it to Giancarlo. Yeah, Castillo, it just he took that role to heart and he did a great job with it. Any one of these could potentially win it. I would be surprised though if it's going to anybody else but Castillo. All right, games for Impact. Wow, I have not played any single one of these games. This one looks like a Goose Game before your eye. I mean, I'm surprised none of these were given for art style, especially Troy, A Colorful Tale, huh? I really can't vote on anything because for thought-provoking a pro-social message or meaning, I'm sure all these games are great and have a great message behind them. I bet Life is Strange is probably going to win because it's definitely the most popular of all of these. But I can't give a vote just because I've never played any of them. Best ongoing. I played quite a bit of Apex Legends. Didn't play any Fortnite. Did a little bit of Genshin Impact and Warzone. This year, I mean, Final Fantasy 15 Online, Fortnite. I've played Fortnite, but I didn't play any this year. I don't own Final Fantasy 15, so these two are automatically out. Apex Legends. I had a little bit of an Apex stint with some of my friends, like during the late summer, early fall, and yeah, Apex continues to put out some good content. I want to see the same with Genshin Impact as well. Call of Duty Warzone. I think it's a great battle royale, but it's tough to like it when they don't have an anti-cheat, and I've just heard so many complaints about this game that I can't vote for it. Yeah, it's gonna have to be between Genshin Impact and Apex. Genshin does put out a lot of content frequently. Their new updates actually have been pretty good from what I've heard. It's gonna be tough between these two. I'm probably gonna have to give it to Genshin Impact though. Yeah, I keep on playing it off and on every once in a while. I would assume Genshin Impact is gonna win. If it's not Genshin, it's got to be Apex. It's one of these two, I imagine. I know Fortnite has been doing a lot of cool stuff with character introductions, but I mean the peak of Fortnite was 2018 or 20. Yeah, I want to say 2018. And it's just kind of gone downhill from there. I guess not in terms of popularity. People are still obviously playing it, but in terms of my enjoyment of the game, I just have not really enjoyed it. So I think it's gonna be Genshin Impact or Apex Legends, but I'm giving this vote to Apex or to Genshin Impact. All right, third of the way there. Best indie game, 12 minutes. I need to play this game before the Game Awards because I've heard really, really good things about it. And I really, really want to play it. Because when I saw the trailer for it, it looked so cool. I never got around to playing this game. Same with Inscription. Inscription looks really, really cool. And I want to pick it up. I'm probably just going to have to wait till the winter sale for both of these to see if they go on sale. I haven't played any of these games, but of the one that I know most about, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, I'm gonna have to give it to that. I don't know Loop Hero, unfortunately. I'm sorry, and Death's Door. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Kenna Bridge of Spirits for best indie game, especially with the art. Looks fantastic. Best mobile game. Wow. I do not play any mobile games at all, so I cannot give a vote to any one of these. If I had to guess which one is gonna win, it's probably League of Legends. If not, Pokemon New Year. Actually, no, Genshin Impact. I forgot that you can play that on mobile now. Oh, Genshin Impact actually might win this one, but I think it's gonna be between these two. Maybe Pokemon Unite. I don't know. It definitely. I don't think it's gonna be Fantasia. I don't think it's gonna be Marvel Future Revolution. But I mean, Genshin Impact's the only one that I've played, but I think I played it once on mobile. So yeah, I can't vote for any of these. All right, best community support. Recognize a game for outstanding community support, transparency and responsiveness, inclusive social media activity, and game updates, patches. Destiny 2 is automatically the one that is getting tossed out the window just because of how terrible they are for taking out the raids and making paid for content, or taking content paid for out of the game. It's absolutely disgusting what Activision is doing. I don't think it's not Bungie's fault. It's Activision doing that for sure. Apex Legends, they definitely have great community support. Fully agree with that. Fortnite as well. I know they interact a lot with the community. But No Man's Sky, I've kept up with No Man's Sky off and on. I plug it in, play around with it every once in a while. It's not something that I put a lot of time into, even though I want to say like around 100 hours total in the game. I know their support has continued from when it was first released in 2016. It's just skyrocketed in terms of popularity and everything. I'm probably gonna have to give it to. I want to say it's between Apex Legends and No Man's Sky, but really I'm gonna have to give it to No Man's Sky. I think it's gonna win it too, just because it's kind of the underdog winner of all of these. It's definitely the least popular of all of these games, and might be given to Apex, but I think No Man's Sky is going to take that one. Innovation and accessibility. I don't know if I really have the correct judgment or the qualifications. That's the word I was looking for to judge a game on its accessibility, because I'm a able-bodied person. I don't have any physical or disabilities that prevent me from playing games normally. It's recognized software or hardware that's pushing the medium forward, and by adding features, technology, content to help games being played and enjoyed by even wider audience. I think it's great that games are doing that and should continue to do that. Absolutely. I know the joke that you can literally just like hold down one button with some certain accessibility features in Forza and it wins the race for you, which is kind of it's whatever, but. I haven't really heard anything about the accessibility of any of these games in terms of positive note. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened, but nothing that I've heard or has stood out to me in terms of what I've seen from it. So it could go to any one of these games, but I can't cast a vote. Best VR AR. Automatically, I don't own a VR or AR headset. I'm hoping to get a Valve Index soon because I really want to play Half-Life Alyx. I didn't even know that Hitman 3 was VR. That would be super cool, along with Resident Evil 4. Sniper Elite VR would be awesome. But yeah, can't cast a vote again because I don't own any VR. Best action game. For the best action game focusing primarily on combat. Of all these games, the only one that I have not played is Chivalry 2. I've heard great things about it, though, but I do not know enough about the game to cast my vote for it. This one, I want to rule out Back 4 Blood, just because people were playing more Left 4 Dead 2 than at peak hours than Back 4 Blood because of the nostalgia for Left 4 Dead 2. Back 4 Blood's not a bad game. It's just one that I didn't really get into with my friends, which is unfortunate, but yeah. I'm taking out Back for Blood. I haven't really played any Far Cry 6, so I want to take that out as well, just because I can't give my truly honest opinion on it. So it's going to be between Deathloop and Returnal. Both these are basically roguelikes, or they are roguelikes, not basically. This is tough. This is a tough award to give because either one of these could take it home, really. Best in genre focused primarily on combat. I'm gonna have to give it to Returnal just because the boss battles in that game were so well done, so fun. If you have not played Returnal and you can get your hands on a copy and you have a PS5, do it and get to the bosses of each area because it's so fun. It gets your heart pumping, adrenaline racing. Very well done. Best action adventure game. For the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Right off the bat, it's between Metroid Dread and Ratchet and Clank. Because I haven't played Psychonauts 2, I haven't played Marvel Guardians Galaxy. Resident Evil Village, it's a fun action game. There's not too many puzzles in it. If there are any, they're pretty easy to solve. Both of these have quite a few puzzles, but I'm probably going to have to give it to Ratchet and Clank. Metroid Dread's super close, but the innovation and the more versatility in terms of 3D compared to 2D for Ratchet and Clank just kind of puts it on the upper echelon for me. Best role-playing. Wow. For best game design with rich player character customization progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Well, right off the bat, the only one that I have played is Cyberpunk 2077. Monster Hunter Rise, Nexus. Yeah, I have not played any of these, and I don't really want to vote because I do not want to give it to Cyberpunk because I don't think it deserves it. I don't think it deserved a nomination for best RPG. I think New World deserved a nomination before Cyberpunk. It extremely disappointing to be anticipating Cyberpunk for so long and for it to just not be what it was told. So yeah, I'm not gonna vote for Cyberpunk because I don't think it deserves it. So moving on. Best fighting. I do not play really any fighting games. I've heard of all of these besides Melty Blood. But Guilty Gear, one of my coworkers at my previous job, he really liked Guilty Gear. He said he played a ton of it. I'm sure it's very fun. Demon Slayer, of course, is a Demon Slayer fighting game. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Virtua Fighter 5, Ultimate Showdown. Oh, I thought that was Street Fighter 5. So, no, I've only heard of these three. But I don't play any fighting games, so I can't vote on this one. Best family game. Man, I really need to get WarioWare because I remember playing WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii, and that was so fun. God, I love that game. Right off the bat, the one that I'm eliminating first is Mario Party Superstars. Definitely the worst one in the series. An absolute disgrace. Mario Party name. Terrible mini games, terrible maps, terrible gameplay. No online play either when it was first released. Now they have it, but Mario Party. Oh wait, no, shoot. I'm thinking of Super Mario Party. No, Mario Party Superstars is actually pretty good. I wish they had more maps. That's really my only complaint about it. And if they had 1v1 maps, but definitely a big improvement compared to Super Mario Party. That's the one I was thinking of. No, Super Mario Party, didn't care for it. Mario Party Superstars, on the other hand, very fun. It Takes Two. I don't know if it's necessarily family because it's only co-op. You can only play with one other person, so it's kind of Yeah, I guess I'll let it pass. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Never got around to playing to this one or any of these two, so I'm gonna have to probably give it to Mario Party Superstars just because it's really the only one that I know as a family game. I know WarioWare, I think you can play with 4 people. but I never played Pokemon Snap. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Mario Party Superstars. Not Super Mario Party. I hate that they don't number it anymore. What was wrong with the numbers? Oh, that sucks. Whatever. Best Sims strategy. Wow. I have not played any of these games, actually. Age of Empires 4, I know, was very, very well received. The game that I have been playing a lot recently is Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. That one I'm having a ton of fun with. I know it didn't come out this year, but that's a super, super fun strategy game. It's like a 2D/3D strategy game. Really, really like that one. But I have not played any of these. I really, really am excited to play Inscription. I want to get it when it goes on sale. So yeah, and I might get Age of Empires 4 as well, because I've never played an Age of Empires game. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I actually own it, but I've never played it because I have it with Game Pass. But yeah, I've never played any of these games, so I can't cast a vote. Best sports / racing. The only one of these that I've played is Forza Horizon 5. I think FIFA's probably, or not FIFA, F1 is probably going to win it because I've seen a lot of people playing that and they really been enjoying it. So I'm going to have to give it to Forza Horizon 5, even though I haven't put that much time into it, and I just really have never played any of these other games here. Oh, I forgot to make my predictions of what I think is going to win for some of these. But honestly, like, most of these I don't even know, so I can't really give a prediction. Yeah. I think It Takes Two is probably gonna win Best Family, even though I don't really think it's a family game. That's a co-op game. It's different. Family is like 4+, co-op is 2. Best multiplayer. This one is gonna be a little bit tough. Back 4 Blood, fine game. Don't think it deserves award for best multiplayer. For outstanding multiplayer games and design, including co-op, massive multiplayer experience. Yeah, okay, so it's basically if you can play with somebody else, it fits into this category. It Takes Two, New World, Monster Hunter Rise, Valheim. I played like a few hours of Valheim when it first got really popular, and then I just kind of got bored of it. New World, I enjoyed New World when it first came out. I got burnt out of it a little bit, but I do want to get back into it and keep grinding it out. I put like 60 hours in the first week. Yeah, I played a lot of New World. And It Takes Two. Of these two, I'm gonna have to give it to New World. Just because I mean I understand the definition here, but It Takes Two is just a co-op game, and multiplayer I want to say is like online when you're playing with tens to hundreds of other people. That's probably not right because I'm not judging it based off of the description here, but I still had a ton of fun with New World too. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to New World. Content Creator of the Year. Wow. Okay, so I know Dream, obviously. I know he did some big stuff this year. Huge face, very large pull, very large audience. The cheating for his Minecraft speedrun was definitely an interesting story to follow. That was some drama that was interesting to watch, to say the least. Fuzzly, I don't watch too much, but I know she kind of blew up this year. I believe she signed with 100 Thieves. I think that's 100 Thieves jersey in there, so she's part of 100 Thieves. Gaules, Counter-Strike streamer, huge Brazilian pull, gets a lot of numbers. I respect him in some ways and not in others with how he manages his audience and in terms of what he says. So yeah, that's kind of just my opinion on it. Ibai, I believe he's another Spanish Brazilian streamer. I don't know for sure. I do know he met Messi, which is pretty cool for a streamer to meet Messi and talk and hang out with him for a little bit. That's pretty neat. I hope that's Ibai. Yeah, that has to be Ibai, right? Yeah, whatever. Greg F. Not familiar with Greg F. at all. If he's on here, though, I'm sure he's got a big audience. Sorry. Streamer content creators made the most important and positive impact in the community in 2021. I'm probably going to have to say it's Fulzy or Ibai, but I really can't give a vote just because the only one that I've like kept up with the most is Dream, but I don't want to give it to Dream just because I don't think he made a whole lot of positive impact. So yeah, I'm gonna have to move on to the next category. Best debut indie game. Forgotten City, Kennebec, Stable, Valheim, or Sables, not Stable. I've seen some gameplay of this game. This one looks fun. This might be another one I have to pick up. I mean, of the two, I've only played, or of the 5 here, I've only played 2 of them, Kenna and Valheim, and I'm gonna have to give it to Kenna. Really, really underrated game. I don't think it got enough attention that it deserved for how cool it was. Yeah, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, definitely the best indie game I'm here. I mean, maybe Forgotten City and Artful Escape are that much better. I just haven't played them, but I'm gonna have to give it to Kenna. Okay. I was like, are we almost done? Category. Okay, 25. We're at 25. Jeez. Oh, most anticipated game. Shoot, this one. Oh my god, this is the hardest one yet. This is the hardest one yet to give, but at the same time, it's not that hard. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time. Probably my favorite game of all time. But yeah, I am very do not get me wrong. I am very excited for each one of these games on here. But Zelda is my favorite game series of all time. Breath of the Wild is one of the best games ever created. It's probably on everybody's list if they played it. It's so high up there for me that I have to put it. And I think it's going to win too. Elden Ring or Ragnarok might sweep it out. Ragnarok is definitely my second most anticipated. If Zelda wasn't on the list, it'd be God of War, 100%. Very excited for Starfield as well because I love the Bethesda RPGs. They're some of my favorite. Fallout 4, Skyrim, some of my favorite games of all time. Any one of these could win it, but I'd be surprised if it's not Breath of the Wild, just for how hype that game was. But yeah, I'm excited for Ragnarok as well. Best esports game. Really, is there any competition here? I'm gonna have to give it to Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike had a really big year this year, finally coming back, having their first major in 2 years. It's definitely not Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. No, because I did keep up with the Call of Duty scene a little bit because they franchised. And I support the Minnesota team, the Rocker, and they did pretty well this year. I can't remember if they won the championship or not. I think they won something big, but I didn't keep up with it that much where I understand it. But Call of Duty doesn't have nearly the amount of pull as Dota 2, League of Legends, or Valorant. And the only ones that I'm really familiar with here are Counter-Strike and Valorant. I think Valorant had I kind of want to read the description. If the game has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, tournaments, community support, content updates. Well, if we're going based off of this, I'll have to give it to Valorant because they are just that much more in tune with the community. Granted, I like Counter-Strike more. Counter-Strike will always be the best esport to watch, just hands down. I love Counter-Strike. I love watching it. But based off of best overall esports experience for players, including tournaments, Valorant didn't have that many tournaments this year, but I'm sure they're ramping up for it for next year. Counter-Strike has a tournament like every other week, it seems like. Counter-Strike tournaments are constant in the tier 1, 2, and 3 scene. Community support and content updates. It's really the community support and content updates that's making me pick Valorant here. I love how Valve has 2 of the games. Oh, and Riot Games has 2 of the games. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Valve and Riot, really, really big esport hitting machines. So yeah, Valorant, very fun game. Great esport. The esports isn't bad either. It's been fun to watch, fun to play. But yeah, I have to give it to Valorant. Best esport athlete. It's simple. It's no competition. Simple had such a dominant year this year. It was unprecedented. I would think next after that, it'll probably have to be TenZ, then Simp. I don't know Showmaker, and I don't know Collapse. I want to say Collapse plays Dota 2. I could be wrong. Showmaker, I know, plays League. Simp, Atlanta FaZe, Call of Duty. TenZ on Sentinels, Valorant. But Simple, I would be surprised if Simple doesn't win it. Seriously, I would be. He has played out of his mind this year for CS:GO, and just winning a major and a major MVP. There's no competition. I think Simple deserves this. It'd be a robbery if he does not win that. That was probably the easiest decision that I had to make this entire voting process. Best esports team. This one's going to be a little bit tough, but I want recognize a specific esports team for judge for the most outstanding performance and conduct in 2021. See, I don't follow Call of Duty, League of Legends, or Dota 2 that much. It's going off of CS:GO and Valorant for me. And between these two, again, I'm going to have to give it to Na'Vi. Sentinel's done some great things. Champions is coming up. I think they're probably going to win Champions. I'm betting that they will win Champions, but Na'Vi throughout the latter half of this year has just come in full fruition. Everybody just chiming in, gearing up on firing on all cylinders. That's the expression I'm looking for. And they played extremely well for CS:GO, but I'm biased just because this is the only team that I've really watched. So of all these, including Sentinels, it's really between Na'Vi and Sentinels for me, but I'm giving it to Na'Vi. Best esports coach, Silent. I mean, the only one that I know here is Blade from Na'Vi again, so I'm gonna have to give it to him. Oh, and Enough. I believe he's the CS:GO coach for Gambit. I could be wrong though. I don't know what other esport teams Gambit has, but because I really just follow Counter-Strike. So again, that's my biased opinion. I do know Crowder as well for Atlanta Face, but I have to give it to Blade. I think he's done some great things for Na'Vi, starting their era right now. We're seeing it begin, and I think it's gonna be a long-lasting one, especially when you have a guy like Simple on your team. Best esport event. Wait, I kind of want to. The esport coach should you coach judge to be the most outstanding performance conduct. Yeah, I still have to give it to Blade. Okay, best recognized as an event across single or multiple days that delivered best of class experience for participants, broadcast audience. I mean, again, it's really between the CS:GO Major and the Valorant Champions Tour or Masters, and because these are really the only two that I watched. I'm sure the International and Worlds was great, but I have to give it to PGL just because Counter-Strike's really all I watch. And Valorant too, but I'm gonna choose CS:GO over Valorant every day. Biased and non-biased opinion, basically. Biased because I like Counter-Strike more. I love Counter-Strike. Been playing it for 6 years almost now. Unbiased because I actually do think that the production of PGL Major was better than Masters 2 or Stage 2 Masters. Sorry. So yeah, that comes out to everything. I wish it would kind of show which ones I have voted for, but yeah, that is it. Wait, start voting. Didn't I already vote? Yeah, okay, I already vote. Votes cast. I can't vote for anything else. I'm not gonna vote for something that I haven't formed an opinion on, a game that I haven't played. But yeah, all of these here are my votes for the Game Awards. 22 out of 30 isn't bad. I played a lot of games this year. I've just realized, and it's not even over. Not even December yet. So yeah, that is my opinion on it all. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, want to hear my opinions on other stuff, I don't know why, just some random guy on the internet, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to get my lists for my favorite games, albums, and movies out, hopefully within the next few weeks here. I'm working kind of on another big semi-surprise project that I'm trying to push out by the end of the week. So be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, yeah, these are my votes for the Game Awards. And yeah, that's it from me. I will see you all next time.